Another way to filter subsets of data from the feature service layers is through the use of definition queries. Definition queries are a way of filtering or masking a data layer to only display records that have certain attribute values in a field or a combination of fields. In the next set of demos, we're going to cover some of the different ways that definition queries can be applied to the feature service layers in order to stay within record limit thresholds. Definition queries can be applied by right-clicking on a layer, choosing Properties, and then clicking the Definition Query tab in the Properties window. Syntax of a definition query can either be manually typed in the definition query field, or the Query Builder button can be used to help construct the query. A definition query can be applied using any value of any field of a layer's attribute table. The first type of definition query we'll demonstrate in this demo is filtering a layer to only show records for a certain location based on an attribute value. The Query Builder window can be very useful to help construct queries when you may not know the exact attribute values or range of values in a certain field you want to filter on. Using the state boundary layer as a simple example, if you highlight a field, such as the state abbreviation, and click Get Unique Values, it will list all the values in the field. You can then click those values to build the filter that you want to apply. So if I wanted to limit the data I want to see to a 3-state area, I can click state abbreviation equals Arizona, or state abbreviation equals California, or state abbreviation equals Nevada. Click OK. Look at the query to make sure it looks right. Click OK. And now the state boundary layer is limited to those 3 states that the definition query applied. For the purposes of these demos, pre-constructed definition queries will be pasted into the query window to save time, but all of the examples that will be covered could easily be built using this Query Builder tool. The EO and source feature layers contain attributes that allow you to pre-filter records to a certain location based on either the state, the BLM field office, or the BLM parent office that the record intersects with. For example, if you only wanted to display records for South Dakota, you could build a query using the state abbreviation, and then only records for that state will draw regardless of where you were zoomed to. The way this is different from filtering by zoom in the earlier demo is that if I'm zoomed into South Dakota, only the records within South Dakota will draw and not records in the surrounding area that are in the zoom extent. Similarly, if you were only interested in records for a single field office, such as the Vail-Baker field office in Oregon, then a definition query can be built on the BLM admin unit field to limit the records to that location. One thing to note is that in cases where an EO intersects with more than one field office, each field office is listed in the BLM admin unit field separated by a comma. As a result, building a definition query on this field requires the use of the like qualifier, as well as the use of wildcards before and after the field office name to ensure that it returns all applicable records. And wildcards in Python are percentage symbols. Just like with the field office filter I just showed, the same type of definition query could be built on the BLM parent office field to limit it to all records within a parent office's jurisdiction, for example, the Vail District Office. This now filters the EO layer to show all records that are within the district office instead of just the field office.